Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial, and yes, you see this right. We have a bunch of London type prints. I had a suggestion from one of you about doing a England themed hair bow, and I went digging through my stash and I found this very old collection of ribbon. The woman who makes this is no longer in business. It was by a business called Ribbonology years ago, but I still had this in my stash and I thought this would be a great time to use it. So I am here to do a bow along that is all London, England themed. We will be doing a boutique bow just because that was the only bow I could think of that would showcase all of the different ribbons. And I think the only non-collection ribbon that I used was some solid red. That is for the base bow. We have a little bit on the side bows, so as you can see, here's some of that ribbon. Obviously we'll be using it to wrap the center, and I used the solid red to line the clip. This is pretty much all of the collection with the exception of one ribbon in the spikes. And the twisted boutique bow and surround a bow. This is a different type of surround. I did a 7/8 inch grosgrain, another twisted boutique bow as a surround. It's just slightly larger. If you are interested in a tutorial for that, let me know and I will film it. It's pretty easy. So that is what I have done. And as usual, for making our bow, you will need scissors, lighter, hot glue gun. You may need some clips. And then, of course, whatever embellishment you decide to use. This one I went with British is Better. I will link where to get this image along with the rest of the images in the sheet, which I have made up. This is Mind the Gap. I Love England. This is the one we're using. British Beauty. And Let's Go to London. So I will link below where you can get this image sheet from. Now, to start, I did not attach these together solely so I could pull them apart and show you that it is in fact two twisted boutique bows. Just one is larger than the other. Plus, for some reason, this ribbon is gapping in weird places. And there is a fix for that, and I will show it to you. It is solely just running a little bit of hot glue in between the two ribbons. And pushing them together. You'll have to do this in steps, obviously. You can't do the whole section in one. But it does take care of the problem. So just go through, find where you have those weird little gaps. And run some hot glue in there to close up the gap. A little bit of a leakage there. One more gap. We're just going to close up like that. Oh, found one more. This is why you just check, make sure everything is good before you start working, because if you find little mistakes like this, excuse me, you can correct them before you get too far into the bow. Alright, so we're going to glue the center into the twisted boutique bow into the larger twisted boutique bow, which is going to be our surround. And like we normally do with the surround, just put a glob of glue in there. This does take a slight bit more finagling to get it into place, because traditional surrounds are flat. But what I do is I glue the center down first. Make sure that is adhered, and then I work towards getting the surround loops in place. Like I said, it just takes a slight bit more finagling, but it is worth it as a look, especially when you have two really great prints that you want to focus on this part of the bow. It's a really great way to do that. Make sure everything is even. There we go. This is our twisted boutique bow as a surround. And now we are going to do the normal steps that we do, which is gluing these spikes to the surround. As you can see, my spikes are already glued and fanned out perfectly. Make sure that if you're using a print, before you glue the spikes down, the print is going in the right direction. Otherwise, it's going to be very awkward once you have the bow together. And this one, I just check Big Ben to make sure it's going in the direction it should be going. And then we glue the twisted boutique and the surround to these spikes. Because this is so large, I won't be adding any kind of extra frills to the bow. I would consider making it over the top. And this one did not adhere properly. I would normally consider making this one an over the top with some sort of eyelet flowers or something up at the top. But because the Twisted Boutique Bow and Surround are so large, I will not be doing that. I will just leave it as is. Add the clip of your choice. For my purposes, it's a partially lined double prong clip. Again, it's all down to your preferences, whether it be you're making bows for personal use or to sell. It is all dependent on what the person wearing the bow prefers, whether it be your child, your grandchild, niece, what have you, or a customer. Okay. And we're going to wrap the center. This just holds all of the bow pieces in and gives it a nice finished look. I know you'll see some tutorials where they don't wrap the center, but I don't like that. There's too much of a chance of the bow parts coming loose, especially if they're heavy. The center wrap just, it holds everything together. Plus, it gives it so much more of a put together look. Pull as tight as we can, make sure that the center is as small as you can get it. The tighter the center, the better everything's going to be held together and less likely that it's going to come apart. And I know red on red you really can't see much, and I apologize for that, but we're just gluing that center wrap inside the clip. We cut that one on a slightly awkward angle. And it's fine if you don't get the cut right the first time. You can always go back before you heat seal. And then what I'm going to do is clip the loops again. If you've been here for a while, you know I like to keep the loops clipped. That is just to prevent any crushing while I'm handling the bow. And we come up and we're going to glue the spikes together. I'm not adding anything to the center. I know in the challenge video that I did, I added something after I wrapped. But as you can see, we don't have anything else to add, so I feel confident in gluing that. I have a little bit of a spillage. All right, we have that done. All that is left is to add the side bows and our center. Pull out some clips for that. And because this is so wide, it's kind of just at this point where you find the happy medium. You can bring it up if you would like, or find the happy medium. You can always go down here as well. That is personal preference. I chose I always choose the happy medium because it holds this piece and this piece together. And like we always do on this channel, we clip the side bow down so that we ensure that we get it nice and even. Or you can be like me and just not get the side bow and just clip that bow. Something always goes wrong. Always. I think it's a reality of my channel now. I think we're just gonna have to accept this. Alright. Why that loop? Ah, it's a little crooked. What I do is I line up the clip with the center ribbon in the spikes. I make sure that this piece, this empty bit between these two tails shows off that center. And that's where I know where I want my side bows to be. Sometimes it just doesn't quite add up to being even. Alright, and then before we glue down, check your loops. Make sure they are even. Especially on this style where it's just so much bulk. I wish I could link this ribbon down for you guys, but as I said, she is no longer in business. So I just thought it'd be fun to do as a bow long and to show you guys how you can use a different type of surround. As I said, if you want a tutorial on how to do this as a surround for this style bow, please let me know. I will be more than happy to do that for you guys. because it was just a little bit of trial and error for me to learn what size to make for this style boutique bow. So, or this size, sorry. All right, there we go. Usually end up just fiddling with it. Now this will have to stiffen before I can add any embellishments on, so I will come back when this is done stiffening, and I possibly will be adding some more embellishments other than the bottle cap image to the center. I'm not 100% sure yet. We will find that out when we're done, so I will be back.
2 hours later.
Hello, we are back. Hello, and I did opt to put some eyelet lace flowers, some eyelet lace flowers up at the top. We are just going to finish this off. We are just going to finish this off really quick by adding the center. I think I've put this in a video before, but I always put this in a video before, but I always put on the back of my bottle caps. It tends to make them stick better and longer. It tends to make them stick better and longer. So just press this in the center. Just press this in the center. There you go. This is a perfectly British is better boutique bow. Boutique bow. It's really cute. It's really cute. So thank you guys for tuning in to another tutorial. If you have any requests for tutorials, suggestions or comments for tutorials, suggestions or comments in the comment box below. In the comment box below. If you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed, subscribe somewhere around there. Subscribe button, and then click the bell notification, and then click the bell notification. Set your notifications to all. Right next to it, set your notifications to all. So you are notified every time I upload a new video. Questions on previous videos. About whether or not you can purchase the bows that I make, whether or not you can purchase the bows that I make. You are more than capable of purchasing the bows that I make. You are more than capable of purchasing the bows that I make. My email address is description box. The description box, and we can talk more. Email, and we can talk more. For tuning in. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Another video later. I will see you with another video later. Bye.